Sorry, what did you say?
You don't need anything on the chicken.
It's that good, is it? How are the French fries?
Delicioso.
Hi people, my name's Alan. My friends call me Gib. I just had some people over on the weekend, watched the Formula One race, and I like to watch the race, so typically we watch the race and then after the race we make pizza and just carry on about what happened in the race. But I make chicken wings and French fries for the guys to chew on while we're watching the race, and everybody just seems to love them. A couple people asked me for the recipe. There's no recipe. It's so easy. It's so quick. I thought, you know what, guys, I'll make a short video. You guys can watch it and make them at home. They are good. Everybody seems to really enjoy them, so what the heck. I do take these chicken wings and I'll cover them in some like this sweet barbecue sauce and some bacon, and I'll make what I call barbecue chicken bacon pizza. It's really good. The sweet and the savory go together well. As you can see here, I just cut the wings. I clip the ends off and then I cut them into pieces. I call them flats and drums, or drumettes, I guess they call them. And I mix up some flour with some salt and pepper. Lots of black pepper. It just seems to taste a little bit better. And then I put the chicken wings, and they're a little bit wet. Not soaking, but they're a little bit wet. I just wash them off, and I put a little bit of salt and pepper on the wings themselves before I put them in the flour. I don't dredge in eggs or anything. I just take the wings that are a little bit wet. I've got this little Tupperware container with the flour, salt, and pepper in it. I put the wings in the container and just shake them in the container, and it just gets a little bit of flour on the wings, and it just gives enough, helps make the wings crispy. The salt and pepper in the flour helps, in my opinion. They just taste quite good. As I said, that's it. There's the whole recipe. Now, there is some, not techniques, but the way I cooked them and what I cooked them in, which I'll go through here. I do fast frame through all of this stuff, but I do leave a couple of shots where I actually do shake them that so you can see exactly how much flour is on. But as you can see here, I just shake it over the sink in case the bin opens up. And there they are. I shake a little flour off. I do let the chicken wings rest for about half an hour to an hour. Room temperature, just so they are not cold, because they were in the fridge. Don't want the centers cold. I want them to cook through. And I do shake a little bit of the flour off before I put them in the deep fryer, because the flour will burn and it just ruins your oil. So here I got 13 chicken wings, whole wings, so I'll have 26 pieces. These are quite big chicken wings. Biggest I've seen in a while. They're actually really good price. In Madeira, chicken wings are fairly inexpensive. I got these wings at a company called Nobrega. They're near Funchal. It's kind of like a Costco in North America. Smaller thing, but they sell meats and stuff. And they're $2.59 a pound. Now $2.59 a kilo. I bought 10 kilos of them. I get them home and I separate them into different, about 1.5 kilos per bag, and I shove them in the freezer. They are frozen, they're not fresh. You can see, I'm very cautious with chickens. I always clean everything after. I don't ever let any of the raw chicken juice, if you call it that, touch anything. I'm going to cut some French fries and stuff here, so I don't want the juice from the chicken to get on the potatoes. These potatoes are Madeira. They're grown in Madeira. A friend of mine actually gives them to me. You can buy them at Pingdus. They're about $2. I think $2 or $1.50 a kilo. I've tried the potatoes from the continent. They get a little too much starch and they burn a little bit. I like to double fry. So I blanch and then deep fry a second time my French fries. They're more crispier, the inside is more buttery. So I just peel them by hand. This is half a dozen potatoes. And once they're done, I just cut them by hand as well. Got a potato cutter in Canada, but half the time the potato cutters, the small size is too small and the big size is too big. I like my fries about 5/16 of an inch. If you metric, that's about 8 millimeters. And it seems the potato cutters you get, the small one's 1/4 inch and the big one's 3/8, which, like I said, too small or too big. Doesn't take long. As you can see here, I just chop them up. Now, you have to keep the potatoes in cold water. I'll sometimes leave the potatoes in the cold water in a fridge overnight. It just makes them that much better. There's no fermentation or nothing for you dough guys, for you bread guys. It's just the potatoes get hydrated and they're stiffer. So I rinse them really well, get some of the starch off the surface, and then I pour it out, and then I just take the French fries and I cover them with water, and I'll put them in the fridge as long as I can. Here I'm just going to blanch the fries, try and get all the water you can off them because it does flare up in the oil. But I blanched them just at 150 Celsius, and it's just to cook them a little bit. You don't want the exterior to get crispy. You just want to cook them for, I think I do them for 4 minutes here, and it's just to cook them. And after they're cooked, I take them out, put them into a bowl, and I let them sit. Now I cover the bowl with a plate or something just to keep the heat in so they all get the same. And it just seems to cook the interior a little bit. Like I said, when we do the second fry, the potatoes are nice and soft, the French fries are nice and soft inside, and the exterior, the final blanch I do, or the final cook, I do at 190 Celsius, so quite a bit higher. So they get nice and crispy on the outside, and they're soft and creamy on the inside. So these have just been blanched off, so I'll take them and I'll cover them up with a plate. Now, time is on your side here, so a bottle of wine, a glass of wine, probably won't go bad. Just cover them up, leave them sit. Here we go, it's time to cook the chicken. I've got the oil up to 190. This little deep fryer I have is so good, it takes 3 liters. Now in Madeira, it's 240 voltage. This thing can go from stone cold to 190 in about 5 minutes, which is great. But the good thing about it is I can really load it up because it heats up, and I don't have to worry about the oil getting cold or low temperature, because if it does go low, you're gonna get greasy wings. So you gotta keep the heat up. This thing heats up so fast, it's so powerful. The wings are done in no time. I set a timer for 10 minutes for these, and they're quite big. I do cook my wings a little more. I've seen people on the internet say they cook them to 165 internal temperature. For me, it's not enough. I cook them to about 195. They're still nice and juicy. They're cooked through. You don't see any blood. It's just, for me, 195 is the number for me. Once they get, make sure you don't touch the bone when you're checking the temperature. You want to get in the thickest part of the meat. So they're done. I'll get them out. Okay, so I'm gonna put the flats in now. This is, you gotta keep the two different sizes, because the drumettes, I cooked them for 10 minutes. The flats, I only cooked them for 7 minutes. If you mix them up together, one will be either overdone and the other underdone. So I just separate them, and 13 wings, it seems to fill the deep fryer, especially on the drumettes. But 10 minutes for the drumettes and 7 minutes for the flats.
Hey, Siri.
Uh-huh.
Set a 7-minute timer.
7 minutes, counting down.
So the flats are cooked now. Even though the other wings have been sitting for 7 minutes, these flats come out. They're both still going to be very hot. These would be too hot to eat right now. So I leave them sit. They do cook a little bit more while I do the French fries. And I just do the French fries for 5 minutes at the 190, so the oil's already there. I just dump them in and cook them off at 190 for 5 minutes. They come up, they're nice and crispy, they've got a nice color to them. They're really tasty. You gotta try them.
Hey, Siri. Set a 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, counting down.
So the fries are done. You can see they're floating. They got a nice color to them. I try to shake off as much of the oil as I can. You never get it all off, but the fries are nice and dry and they stay crispy. I do put a little salt and pepper on them, and it's enough to stick to them. Here you go. There's the fries. I put a little bit of salt in them, a little bit of black pepper. Just toss them around a little bit. Get the salt and pepper. Here I take half a dozen wings, 6 wings, 3 flats, 3 drumettes, and then I do make some of my own barbecue sauce, but I just bought this at the store. It's a local barbecue sauce. It's quite good. I just put it on and then I toss them in the bowl to get them fully covered. You need a big roll of paper for these because you do get sauce all over everything, which makes them so good.
Sorry, what did you say?
You don't need anything on the chicken.
Is that good, is it? How are the French fries?
Delicioso.
This is what I use in my deep fryer. It's pork fat. If you look at it, it is pork fat. That's all it is. It's pork fat. I buy this at Alpha Foods. If you look, it's like lard, but it's pork fat. You can buy it everywhere. I get this at Alpha Foods. This is 1 kilo, so 1 liter basically. I put 3 of them in my deep fryer. These cost me $4.59 each tub, so it cost me 12 euros to fill the deep fryer, but it lasts a while, as long as you keep it clean. It just tastes a lot better.
There you have it. That's how I make my chicken wings and fries. As I said, a party favorite. People really enjoy them. Please, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. Really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, hit the notification bell. Just trying to grow my channel a little bit here and have some fun in Madeira. Talk to you soon.